Every month, your bookkeeper should be giving you what's called a Budget Variance Report. This is a simple comparison of what you projected was going to happen, column 1, which is also known as our best educated guess. And anyone who tells you that their budget is better than their best educated guess is bullshitting you, or they don't know what they're talking about.
You're listening to the Profit First for Lawyers podcast, the official companion show to the book Profit First for Lawyers by RJon. Now, this podcast is for you if you want to bring home more profit while working less hours in the office, spending more time with your loved ones doing the things you actually want to do, and turning your office into a lean, mean, profit-breathing machine. So if you're tired of working for your law firm instead of your law firm working for you, stay tuned for some really practical insights that will get you the results you've always wanted. It's time to put your BS aside for the next few minutes and put yourself, your family, your firm, and your profit first. Welcome back to another episode of the Profit First for Lawyers podcast. I'm your host, Carly, and today we are kicking off a 3-part series on some important financial reports that lawyers love to complicate unnecessarily, but that will make your life a whole lot better and your law firm a whole lot more profitable too, once you pay attention and, more importantly, once you take action. Now, don't tune out here, folks. RJon will be the first one to say that he is terrible at math, which is why he doesn't include any complicated math in his book, Profit First for Lawyers, and we won't include any here either. So you can relax just a little bit, lean in. This is going to be fun. Like I said, this isn't a time to tune out. This is a time to lean in. So here's a clip that I found from 2019 where RJon spoke about financial controls, all while taking in the beautiful scenic views on the Miami coast from his boat, The Office. No, really, that's the name of RJon's boat. It's called The Office. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, you're really in for a treat because the background of the city with lightning striking in the background, there was a rainstorm approaching, and it's at twilight. God, it's so beautiful. And for our audio-only listeners, you'll get to hear some of the waves hitting the boat and the sounds of other boats passing by, music on, as people enjoy their day in the bay. So here's RJon talking about 4 of the most important financial reports that you should be looking at every single month that will make your law firm a whole lot more profitable. If you're following along in the book, you can find all of these reports in greater detail in chapters 12 and 13. But for now, let's roll the clip.
I built this business to do for you what I wish someone had done for me, because no one taught me this stuff, and I want to lay it out for you and keep it simple and not complicate it and show you there's really only 7 main parts of every successful law firm, and you get these 7 main parts under control and your law firm works for you. So here are the financial reports. Every month your bookkeeper should be giving you a 12-month forward-looking budget. A budget is not a historical record of what has happened. That's called a log. A budget is a 12-month forward-looking projection of revenue by category and expenses by category. Every month your bookkeeper should be updating your budget based on what has happened year to date and then projecting for the next 12 months. Number 2, your bookkeeper every month should be giving you a cash flow projection. This is a projection week by week of when the revenue's projected to hit every week and when the expenses are projected to hit every week, so you can match them up so you don't have a cash crunch. This is how you prevent cash crunches. Or at least you can see them coming 6 weeks in advance while you're still empowered to be proactive instead of in reactive mode. Number 3, every month your bookkeeper should be giving you what's called a Budget Variance Report. This is a simple comparison of what you projected was going to happen, column 1, which is also known as our best educated guess. And anyone who tells you that their budget is better than their best educated guess is bullshitting you, or they don't know what they're talking about. I have helped lots of people build multi-million-dollar businesses, and I'm telling you, anyone who tells you that their budget is better than their best educated guess is full of crap. Now, with practice, your best educated guesses get better, but you can let yourself off the hook. It doesn't need to be perfect. Budget Variance Report is your projected revenues by category, your projected expenses by category, column 1. Column 2 is what actually happened in reality. Column 3 is the percentage of difference and the dollar variance difference. Column 4 is the reason why. And this is where you as a lawyer really are much more qualified and much better skilled and much better able to make use of a budget variance report than even an accountant, even a CPA. You as a lawyer can take your skills in discovery and investigation and research and analysis and analyze and figure out, why did our projection not match reality? Why did reality not match our projections? And investigate the reason why. Get to the bottom of why. And then the final column, which is the most important column of all, is what's the plan? What are we going to do differently going forward based on our analysis of why reality didn't match our best estimated projection? That is your budget variance report. If I only had one financial report to look at every month, I would look at my budget variance report. Budget, cash flow projection, budget variance report, work in process. Number 4, how much work do you have that's in process that you're building up value? You've got cost of goods sold sunk into it, but it's not yet ready to actually be turned into a bill and given to a client so that you can pay it. That's your work in process report. That tells you how much cash you're going to have 2-3 months from now by analyzing your work in process report. That also helps you analyze your cost of goods sold.
Budget, cash flow projection, budget variance report, and work in process. Now, if you want to dive even deeper into these reports tactically, Sherry gave us some great tips in episode 45, which we've got linked in our show notes for you if you want to take a look. And if you're still feeling just a little bit intimidated at the thought of diving into your financial reports, I really encourage you to crack open your copy of Profit First for Lawyers, navigate to page 111, and read that whole paragraph. You're going to thank me later. And that's what we've got for you today, folks. Thanks for spending some of your time with me. And if you found this episode valuable, here are just a few things that you can do today to take action. 1, visit our page at profitfirstforlawyers.com/action to download our free resources, which again, I have curated just for you. 2, make sure that you snag your copy of RJon's book, Profit First for Lawyers, wherever you usually buy your books. And 3, leave this podcast a 5-star review to help us be discovered by even more law firm owners just like you. And stay tuned next time as we continue our 3-part financial report series with part 2 and speak with a very special guest who literally wrote the book on labor cost ratio. We are speaking with Greg Crabtree, and you will not want to miss this. We'll see you then. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Profit First for Lawyers. If you're enjoying what you're hearing, tell a friend. And visit profitfirstforlawyers.com/action to download the resources that are going to help you put these concepts to work for your law firm. Your future self will thank you for it, and we will see you next time.